Hey guys, it's Funpub. Welcome back to part 2 of zennoposter tutorials. In this one, as promised, I'll be showing you the advanced editor page and all the features on the left and at the top and what they all do. I've made a quick template up to help us out with it and that. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so basically, I'll start with these ones on the left. That I have no idea what that does. No one's been able to figure that out. It's there. And then we have our data. These are all our basic. These are all our nodes, our steps that we can do. We have our data, so profile processing. Drop that in quickly. So we can save and load cookies or reassign a fields, birthdays, nicknames, sex, tan, zip code, user agent, so on, so on. And then working with files, so load files, save files, edit files. Same with directories. Random, I use this one quite a bit. Generates random text, random number or random login. So English, Japanese, Latinese I presume. Random number from to. Same for text, from to, uppercase, lowercase, digits, own characters, so on, so on. Word processing, so regex, regular expression to pass, replace, place it to a list, to a table, change it all to lower text, string escapes, yep, again. Same for variable processing. We've got two of these steps here because I feel they're quite an important, they're quite an important feature of zennoposter. So set value, which is I've done now. So set value to 0, increasing it, decreasing it, saving it to a variable. Article extraction, so extract articles as it says. List processing and table processing. Right, I'm going to spend quite a bit of time on them two in a minute because people get them confused quite a bit. Browser settings, so enable and disable features, set your proxy. I think that is literally all you can do in there really. Yeah, pictures, JavaScript, load emulation level, files for uploading, set proxy, JavaScript confirming, clear your cookies in your cache, restart the instance, so on, so on. Most of them can be done in the debugging screen. Go to a website, take data, set a value and get a value, rise event like click, hover, mouse movements, capture recognition, tab settings, timeout, don't really use that one. Logic, which is quite an important step, so that's a big logic step, that's a switch step, which is that one. Alerts, pause for like a couple of seconds, again mass emulation, not mass emulation, sorry, human emulation. Like when you're filling out a form, if you don't put in pause steps, it's just going to fly through it, and if some websites detect that, then they're going to know you're a bot and say like, look mate, I can't do nothing. Good ends and bad ends. Tell you what, actually, is that the bad end? Yep. Remove the ingoing line quickly. So that's going to be a bad end, so we want the bad end to be like that. So basically you can say to it, right, if you mess up anywhere along the line, it's a bad end, so I want you to do that. Good ending as well, so if it's a good end you can say to it, blah blah blah, do this, do that. Email processing, mass emulation and keystroke emulation, so basically make the browser think you are actually pressing the key or clicking the mouse. Get a proxy from the main module. I'll show you that in the next tutorial probably. HTTP requests, so get request, post request, like comes in handy for downloading and uploading pictures. Same for FTP protocols, file transfer protocols. That one you don't really need. And your own code, so if you know JavaScript or C hash code, then you can use that, or you can run your own program. I think that's a new feature actually as well. No, it ain't. That's from the old one as well. So yeah, that's all them. and then at the top you've got new project, open project, save it as, undo a certain step, redo, have a look at all your variables. So there I've got a counter variable, which is that one now. Yep. Regex tester, JavaScript tester, and search. So basically this one here, it's gonna set your value. Oh, sorry, I forgot them ones down here. Project settings. So do you want it to be quick or quality? Proxy checker. These are rules that you can set in the main module. Your profile. So do you want it to be United States of America or Russian? Your location. So whereabouts in the United States you want to be. Your login details, whether you want it to be male or female. Your age gap, it's a minimum 10. So on, so on. Browser. So do you want it to be 100% Firefox or Chrome or Internet Explorer? Do you want it to be a Linux or Windows or a mobile? PC, Mac, laptop resolution, phone resolution, or you can just click it as use default browser profile and it choose it at complete random. Variables are the same as what that one is up there, and IntelliSearch as well is the same as what this one over here is. Right, I don't need this, the browser, so can I disable that completely? No. Gone. So right, basically set it step by step. Right, so if we click play, right, so basically what this is doing is, if I can get the variable window open, I should show you. Right, so the first step, it sets the variable counter to 0, and then when I click it again, it's increased the counter to 1. Now at the default, at this logic step, I've said to it, if the value is 1, 2 or 4, to do that there. Alert, job done with a smiley face, and then it's going to loop back up to there, and it's going to set it to 0, and I made a boo-boo. Who uses the term boo-boo? Right, so basically, yeah, it's going to increase it to 1 again, say job done, and then it's going to increase the value again by 1, which is going to make the value 2, and again it's going to say job done, because I've said to it, right, if it's 2, to go back there. Now it's done it as 3, and now it's going to error out on me. So it's come up as default. Default ain't a bad end. So if we reconnect that to there, we can remove that. I forgot that, yep. So right, now we want to basically say to it, play it again from default. So because over there, I can now say to it, like, look, I need you to start from this step instead of having to restart all the way from the beginning again. So now basically the value is 3, which it hasn't got a step for. So it's going to say, well, I ain't got a step for this, mate. So I'm going to take the default exit, which is this one here, which is going to be done, but with a sad face. So now, instead of having to say to it like, look, I want you to do this, and then it's going to error out on us, and we're going to have to start it all the way from the beginning again, we can now go into the project, the element ID over here, no, not element property, sorry, action property, that's what I was after, and say to it, right, so this is the step. As you can see, null, if the value equals 1, do this. If it equals 2, do that. If it equals 4, do that. So obviously I've missed that 3 on purpose. So I can now say to it, right, so I want you to do, if the value equals 3, then I want you to do that. Now obviously it's going to get to 4 after that, which number 4 is that. So if I remove the outgoing lines, I can say to it, right, number 2, which equals 4, to do that, so on and so on, connect all the lines. They could really do with saying like basically remove just 3 or remove just 2 or whatever, because these can get quite big later on. So at the moment the value is now 3. So if the value equals 3, what's it got to do? So it's going to do done, but with a smiley face. It's now going to increase it again, and it's going to be value 4, which is now done, but with a smiley face, a sad face, sorry. And that is pretty much how you can work from a certain step without having to go back all the way through from the beginning again. So yeah, that's the brand new feature that they've added in, which it's amazing. it saves a lot of time. I've shown you all them. Regex tester. I mean, again, you'll see me use this a lot later on. But say to it, I put, I don't know, colon ABCD colon EFGH comma 1 2 3 4 colon comma semicolon GHTX colon. Right, say to it I want to get ABCD. Before the search text there is always a colon. After the search text there is another colon. So we can press test, and here, right, see that colon there basically? That has said to it like, well, hang on a minute mate, I'm confused, so I've grabbed all of it. So we can click shortest match, and it's now going to split it so that it's giving us A, B, C, D, and so on, so on. Now, obviously, because we can say to it, we only want 0, it's only going to grab 0. But me being me, I don't like it having them two. Like, to me, it leaves room for error. Like, if the software bugs out, it could grab one of them two by accident. So from here, we can say to it, right, well, end of search text is D. Search text starts with A. So we've pressed test, boom, it's now grabbed A, B, C, D for us. Again, say we want to grab, I don't know, 1 2 3 4. We can say to it, right, before the search text is the comma, after the search text is a comma, colon, semicolon, test. And it's now grabbed 1 2 3 4 for us without having to do before the search text starts with or in the search text. That is because after the search text it's very unique. It's a colon, comma, semicolon, which only appears once in there. So even though that and that ends with a colon, it doesn't have that or that. So zennoposter's like, well, that's only there, so I only need that. Or we can do it without that. So we could say it begins with 1 and ends with 4. So again, it's got that. Or say to it we want all of that. We can say, right, after search text is a comma, colon. Before the search text is the comma, test. And now it's only, oh, because I forgot to remove that. There you go. Now it's saying to us like, well, hang on a minute, I've got that and that, but you only want the shortest match. So if you unclick that, it now grabs that. I ain't used regex for quite a while actually, to be fair, so I'm a bit rusty on that one, but I'll take a recap of it tonight ready for these more advanced tutorials. JavaScript, I have no idea how to code him. So again, unless you know JavaScript, you're screwed on that one. I've got a mate that knows C hash, so I'm pretty lucky. I just bug him constantly. I'm sure he loves me for it, but yeah. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the end of part 2. I hope you've enjoyed. I think I've covered all the main important basics from the action steps and regex and everything. If there's anything you didn't understand, then please, again, feel free to leave a comment or drop us a message. I'll answer you as best as I can. If I can't, then I'm sure someone else could. Right, so that's it for this tutorial. I shall see you in episode 2. Bye.